Hello and welcome to Iconics, the world's first AI-powered social media growth app. So in this short case study, we'll be taking part in a 1-month study where we'll be taking 3 separate Instagram accounts simultaneously and growing them just to see the performance, the engagement growth, and also how much more followers and just general profile attraction can you get in 1 month. So the reason why we selected these 3 accounts is because they're all in varying sizes. So we have Iconics, our first account, which is our own actual Instagram account, where we just launched, so the complete account is at 0. So this will be a good example of how the system reacts to a completely blank account. The next account we added was the Instagram handle LifeGanics. So this account has a little over 1,000 followers, and this will be a good example of how small accounts can really grow exponentially using the system. And then the third account that we added is My Trading Pal. So this is a trading app, and they have just under 10,000 followers. Now this will be a good example of the medium to larger scale accounts and how much more growth that you can expect from accounts that are already doing really well. So let's take us through the growth manager. So to start your growth, essentially head over to the growth manager. So select the account that you want to start, and then essentially at the top here, I want to automatically pretty much select them all. For this case study, we won't be using the welcome direct messaging, just purely because that's something a lot more catered, and that essentially sends direct messages to your new followers with a specific promotional message, or more or less any message that you need. In this case study, we won't be really promoting anything at the moment. We'll just be analyzing exactly how quickly these accounts can grow and to what extent. And now we'll be proceeding to fill in all this information right here. So essentially on the top left here, you have your general targeting. So we recommend anywhere from 20 to 30 keywords, and to change them at least once a week, or at least once every 2 weeks. Now this could be either hashtags, places, or people. These are going to be more or less your main target audience. It could be anything from, if you're a tech company, that you want to target any tech-based hashtags, or perhaps if you want to target specific locations, say London or Germany or perhaps New York, that's where you probably want to select your places right here. And then if you want to target specific individuals or perhaps competitors or anyone that you like their following and you want to target their following, you can select people right here. What the system will automatically do is amalgamate the list, and it would actually use machine learning techniques to learn from your list, understand your target audience, constantly catch up with trending targets, and understanding which posts are doing really well, and then that would also be added to your list, and the system will automatically be engaging with that target audience as well. So definitely add in your broad spectrum of industry-specific targets, and then the system will do the rest. Over here is your phrases and comments. So this will be automatically posted in terms of comments, and of course in terms of likes, the general targeting, will automatically be using those likes. So here you more or less add up to a list of maybe 5 to 10 different comment lines that you would typically write to posts that you normally engage with. So this should also include your own dialect, the way you talk, anything that's branding related should also be here, and that was going to really boost your attraction and engagement, and it's going to actually save you a lot of time, because if you think about how many hours per day or per month that you actually spend on social media rather than running your own business, it's quite astonishing sometimes when you're really trying to grow the account. So this will definitely save you a lot of time by doing this and automating this task. And it would also, you're able to output so many more comments and likes this way, rather than just doing it all by yourself. The repost targeting. So this is an optional module that we've added, which basically reposts already existing content out there, and it also includes the caption behind that as well. Why is this so important? This is actually one of the best ways that you can grow very fast profile views, and just generally your account will be visible so many more times. If you understand how many posts come through on Instagram pretty much per hour, it's several thousand per hour. It might even be in the hundreds of thousands right now. So your hashtag that you've posted when you create a new post is only really visible for probably a few minutes at best, at the sort of top of the search, depending on, of course, which category your account lies in. But either way, your post won't be visible for very long. So what that really means is, for you to gain a lot more profile views, you really need to be posting very, very frequently. Now, why the repost targeting works so well is because not only can we be reposting loads of existing content that's already doing really well, the smart algorithms will actually check if the content is doing really well, and it will only actually post things on your profile that are actually doing really well. But it would also be posting this several times an hour. The good thing about this is it's very easily manageable, because you can use the remove after feature, and then essentially here, if you want to go down as low as 15 minutes, your post that it reposted would actually be automatically removed. So your account doesn't look like you're spamming anyone, doesn't look like you're infringing on anyone's copyrights or anything. You're literally just getting that profile views and those engagement figures right up by doing this, and you're not really breaking any rules or anything like that, and you're not looking like a spammer. So this is definitely a very, very powerful tool. And then finally, the last part of the system is the automatic direct messaging, which we won't be covering in this case study. So now we're going to be proceeding, we're going to skip this part, but we'll show you at the end, and we're going to be adding in several hashtags, places, people, phrases, comments, and then we can essentially activate the system after we finish that. So we'll be back in a few minutes. Right, guys, so Iconics has now been finished in terms of settings. So let's see exactly what we have here. So in the general targeting, as you can see, so the nature of our business for Iconics in this Instagram is social media growth. Now, what makes a lot of sense is mainly targeting people within marketing, of course, people within technology. We've also added in a few entrepreneur-style hashtags, which is very, very good, because most entrepreneurs are trying to market their products and services and businesses through online and social media platforms. So this will definitely be a big hashtag for us. Also, we've been looking into some of the following hashtags that are more broad and general. In the phrases and comments, here we've included a mixture. So we've included two very broad and basic comments, and two a little bit more specialized and self-promoting. It's definitely good to mix these things up, and naturally our smart systems will start to amalgamate your list, and the system will start adding a few more different phrases and comments here and there, just to switch things up and increase the engagement further. So that's definitely something to note. Don't go too overboard in this section. Having anywhere from 3 to about 10 comments max is pretty much the way to go. For the repost targeting, typically we always recommend the repost to be a lot more specialized than the general targeting. Repost, you really want to target purely either your competitors or a specific person or a specific place. In this case, what we really want to target is the marketing people. And a few of the entrepreneurs and new business owners. And that's basically our demographic for this test. We don't really want to target anyone outside that circle, because that circle would be the closest to our pure clientele and demographic for this one. So essentially here we just click activate and then proceed. And now that is being activated. Next, we're going to be filling in the account for LifeGanics. Hi guys, and we're back. So here are the settings that we put together for LifeGanics. Just to give you some background, LifeGanics is an online health shop, and they sell everything from superfoods, blends, oils, all sorts of healthy products. So typically here in general targeting, what we are looking at is typically targeting the healthy vegans, raw food diet people, healthy body, skin choices, healthy eating, pretty much anything to do with that type of demographic. That's what we're pretty much generally focusing on. For the phrases and comments, here we're doing something slightly different just to test and see the efficiency of the system. Here we don't really give the system much to work with in terms of comments. This is mainly just adding on to the engagement factor and just adding more comments right across the board, just very generally. Like I said, we'll be switching this over every week, and in this case study, we're really trying to test the system in pretty much every other way. So we'll be testing just very, very broad and simple comments, as well as very in-depth comments, probably in the next week or two. In the repost targeting, this one's going to be very, very specialized, and also unlike before where we were focusing on purely hashtags, here we're focusing purely on people. So we picked out a little over 10 profiles which all have really good followings. So what we're really trying to do is attract people that follow those people and very intelligently repost that very relevant content, and getting extra views and people drawing towards the profile. So that pretty much covers LifeGanix's settings, so let's go ahead and activate that. Hi guys, and we're back. So here is MyTradingPal settings that we have. So just to give you some background, guys, so MyTradingPal is a trading app. It's essentially a market assistance service, and it helps new traders get their footing in with trading and gets them trading profitably over time. So our demographic for this would be more or less anyone involved within trading, stock trading, forex, the lifestyle behind trading, money, pretty much entrepreneurship, business, market. So in general targeting, we've just basically flung a lot of that in there, and then what we'll do over the next few weeks is we'll refine and see exactly what's working better, what's not working as good, and then see where we go from there, basically. And in terms of our phrases and comments here, so knowing the industry and catching up with the team at MyTradingPal, basically we were informed that it's a very, very spam-like industry. Now what that really means is we need to be very careful in terms of the phrases and comments that we're pushing out, to make it not so self-promoting, to say, oh, you know, check us out, make money with us, do this, do that. You know, people won't really respond very well with that. So what we've done here is we've, in a very light way, tried to engage and say, you know, we've got some ideas for this, you know, I like what you've done here, check us out if you get a chance. You know, we're really lightly, indirectly saying, you know, let's connect, let's talk, rather than sort of just throwing in a very attackive promotion, you know, check us out, win £1,000 by next week, you know, those sort of things. Those sort of things just do not work in this day and age. So we really need to be very wary and have a light approach for this. So this is what we went with so far. In terms of reposting and targeting, we really want to sort of have much more of a focused targeting for the reposting, because one thing is the spam-like posts that you see all the time on Instagram in terms of money and stuff like that. But another thing is we really want to focus mainly on the buyers rather than sort of people that are actively trading already and don't really need a trading app. So for in this case, we do have Forex being a very broad hashtag, but then we are suddenly trying to target people with interest in success and successful quotes, sort of on the motivation side of things. Again, entrepreneurship is quite big for this type of era, and then also looking into market and finance. So nothing really too major in terms of repost targeting, but we really want to have a lot more of a condensed list rather than this huge one that we have in general targeting. So this is so far our targeting for MyTradingPal. We're just going to go and activate that. So that will be it for the setup. So now all three accounts are fully activated. Just to give you guys a final rundown for the numbers. So Iconics, remember we started off on completely zero, so it's a fresh new account. LifeGanix, we're 1,075 followers, 51 posts, and 38 following. And then for MyTradingPal, we are at 398 posts, 9,049 followers, and the following is 206. Hi guys, and we're back. So we are exactly 5 days into our case study. So today is November the 20th. If I refresh, the time is. So you can see the live date and time right now. So let's look at exactly what our 3 accounts, our 3 test subjects have been up to. So let's look at Iconix's official Instagram and let's see if we refresh the page. So we are on right now 782 followers. We are now keeping track of the following counts every 5 days. So as you can see from the 15th, since we started off with 0, we are now up 782 followers increase. Now that is an amazing result considering the account was completely fresh and this is only 5 days into that. Let's look at LifeCanix's Instagram. You can see the following count is 1,201. So that is an exact increase of 126 followers from the 15th of November. Although this isn't as big of an increase, this is still very, very good because all the followers are real. It's organic growth. And sometimes for some segments and some industries, growth is a lot more harder than others. So especially given some demographics are a lot more popular on Instagram than others, that will also get into toll in terms of your results. But the good thing is we have been seeing a very strong increase right here. Let's look at My Trading Pals Instagram. So this is precisely 9,736 followers compared to a little over 9,000 when we started 5 days ago. So this is also an increase of 687 followers in 5 days. Now let's take a quick peek into the daily statistics of all 3 accounts. So you can just navigate to the statistics bar and you can see the live analytics there. So for Iconix, as you can see, we have a very, very nice strong linear trend, and every single day we increase quite a lot of followers. So this is probably due to continue as long as we are executing all our strategies and the AI is working to its maximum capacity. As you can see, for the daily engagement growth, we've had a slight stunt after the first day, picked it up by day 3, and then really shot up much higher by, of course, today being day 5. So all in all, really good results for Iconix so far. Let's look at LifeCanix's Instagram. So as you can see right here, we had again after the first couple of days a slight decrease actually in following count. This is probably due to the fact that we were changing up some of the targets during that time, and then we were trying to test exactly what's working really well, especially for the demographic change for this account. And then essentially from day 4 and then today day 5, it's really shot up again. So that's been going really, really well so far. And then in terms of the engagement, that's actually never slowed down. It's always been going up. This account has actually gone probably the best engagement of all our accounts, although the irony is it's actually grown slower. So this actually tells us that the followers from LifeCanix's Instagram are actually much higher quality. So that is also something to note, that we include both statistics, both on the following count, but also more on the quality side of things. How many likes and comments are you really getting on a day-by-day basis? Let's look at My Trading Pals account. So My Trading Pals account wasn't actually growing too much before we started the case study, and then as you can see, right when we started the case study on moving from the 15th to the 16th, and then from the 16th, that's when we really started to pick up down to the 17th. So yeah, that's been really, really shutting up. This account's really being transformed by the power of Iconix AI. Looking into the daily engagement growth, again, we've been seeing very, very strong engagement figures, and that's really shot up heavily in the past 3 days. Hi guys, and we're back. So right now we're exactly 10 days into our case study. Right now it's November the 25th, and let's see exactly how each account has been growing. So if we just refresh the page on Iconix Instagram. So right now we are at 847 followers. Now let's see exactly where we're at in terms of our overall results. So right now we have gained exactly 847 followers since we started 10 days ago. Let's look at LifeCanix. Right, so we are exactly 1,250 followers. So this is an exact increase of 175 since we began on 1,075 when we started 10 days ago. Let's look at My Trading Pal. So we're exactly 9,800 followers. So that's an increase of 751 followers since we started 10 days ago. Let's look at the exact statistics of exactly what's going on in each account based on the following count and of course engagement as well. So as you can see right here, in terms of the following count, it's been going very, very strong up until potentially this was exactly 2 to 3 days ago where it slightly started dipping. Now, in terms of exactly what you should do in this case, if this ever really happens to you and this continues, because this could be just temporary, what you need to do is then start to combine and change your hashtags or your targets to really try and attack the markets in a different sort of way, and that will definitely increase your engagement over time as you continue. So as you can see, let's look at our engagement. So this is the total likes and comments that we're getting on a daily basis. That is actually going up very, very nicely. So as you can see right here, it went up, went slightly down a little bit more, went up dramatically, went slightly down a little bit more. Now it's on the uprise once again. So we are passing that 1,000 mark in terms of total likes and comments that our posts are getting. So this is definitely a very, very strong sign. Even though there's a slight dip in followers in the past 2 days, our increase of engagement really speaks a lot of volumes in how the AI is actually looking at the sectors and engaging with your potential followers or your existing followers. So this is definitely a very, very good sign. And we'll see what will happen in the next 5 days. Let's look at LifeGanix's statistics. Now this is very, very strong, as you can see right here. Since we started, it's pretty much going up ever since. So there's no real slowdown in terms of followers. So this is very, very good news. As you can see as well, we've been utilizing the scheduler and the post scheduler. So we've posted quite a lot in the past 10 days, which means that this is definitely gonna increase your followers. So if you ever have any troubles with gaining more followers really quickly, definitely just keep posting more with different variations of hashtags, and that will definitely increase your overall followers. As you can see, for the engagement side of things, it's going very strong as well. There's a slight dip midway point, and now it's continuing going up. So this is, again, very, very strong statistics. And definitely in this account, we're reaching out to more people are following back, and more people are also liking and commenting our content. Now let's look at my trading power statistics. Now that's also very, very strong. It's been going up since the start, and there's only just a slight dip in the past day. I think this is just definitely very temporary. As you can see right here, this has happened slightly before, and then it carried on going up. So this will slightly go down a little bit, and then slightly go back up. Now let's look at the engagement side of things. So the engagement has actually been amazing. So our engagement for My Trading Power account has been the strongest out of all three. As you can see, there's no real slowdown at all from the beginning. It really just shot up heavily. Now this is mainly due to the fact that this is actually our large account in our case study, and we've found that if you're starting out with a larger account, your engagement will be even higher because you already have existing followers. So this is naturally bound to happen when you have a larger account. But hi guys, and we're back. So today is December the 5th, and we are exactly 10 days away from our deadline and the completion of this case study. So let's see exactly how well all three accounts went. So if we take a look at Iconix's Instagram, so we are exactly 1,336 followers right now. If we look at LifeGanix's Instagram handle, so we are exactly 1,349 followers. And if we take a look at My Trading Pal, we have just breached 10,000 followers. So if you look at exactly where we're at in terms of the actual growth statistics, so Iconix has grown since we started the account with 0 on the 15th of November, exactly 1,336 followers. LifeGanix has grown 274. And My Trading Power has grown just above 1,000 followers. So clearly, in terms of technology, in terms of trading, in terms of finances, these types of industries do really, really well in terms of fast growth. And then perhaps more on the vegan / lifestyle pages grow slightly slower, but still, as you can see, consistent growth. Let's look at exactly how this looks like on the actual statistics page. So we can see clearly a few bumpy roads right here since we started, but as you can see, a clean uptrend right from when we started. We ended the month on 1,015, and now we're breaching above 1,300, and we are probably just going to continue. In terms of the daily engagement growth, of course, this chart has gone down to 0 because it's a new month. So this is a month on month exactly how well the account is growing, whereas this is a reoccurring total account growth every single month. So as you can see, in terms of engagement, it's grown really well, and now we're pretty much just flatlining in terms of the engagement, which basically means that what we'll need to do is start changing up our hashtags, changing up our targeting, and really just trying to target a bigger audience, perhaps put on a few more interesting posts, and see where we go from there. If we look at organics, so very similar trends. So as you can see, since we started with Iconics, it's just really been going up and up and up, basically every single day, more or less. So if we look at the engagement growth hasn't flatlined, unlike Iconics. So although since the start, Organics has been growing slower, we've noticed the engagement has actually been a lot better. So what this really shows is perhaps our account Iconics is getting more followers. Organics is basically getting more love. So pretty much that's what we're seeing right now with the trends. So either way, it's really good. If we look at my trading power right now, so we are just under 10,200 followers right now. So pretty much the engagement growth, again, very similar. It's been going up very strong. No real signs of slowing down at all since we started with the system. In terms of the engagement growth as well, that's been really strong, and it's only just started to dip a little bit. So we'll see exactly what's going to happen with this. Again, this might be just due to the fact that we're targeting very similar hashtags and very similar people again and again. So what we always recommend is whenever this stuff happens, you always switch up your hashtags and you try to engage a slightly different audience or a slightly bigger audience. Hi guys, and we're back. So today marks day 30 of our video case study and concludes our case study for Iconics. If I pull up the logs right here in terms of when we started this, so this is the current live Instagram handle for Iconics, as you can see right here. And right here, we started a month ago on 0 followers. This is a completely fresh account. We started from 0. And right now, we've just we close to 2,000 new followers within the month. So that is an amazing result, especially how fast we've grown and gained up the following, the counts for comments, and just how we've really engaged with the audience right there. In terms of Organics, if I just refresh the page right here and look at the log file, so we started this a month ago on just above 1,000 followers, and we've gained just around 800 followers in that 1 month period. If we look at my trading power, if I just refresh the page right here, we just hit 13,000 followers right now. So in between us setting up this video and recording, we've just hit 13,000 followers. So that is basically a 3,000 follower gain in 1 month. So that is just absolutely amazing. Remember, the AI bot will continuously adapt and change their own targeting, but also you do have to have your own input into that and constantly be changing that every few days and every few weeks, which is exactly what we've been doing. And here is our result right here, live for you. So please let us know if you have any other questions. Feel free to give the bot a try and see for yourself how good the results can be. You can grow out your brand, grow out your business, and really take your Instagram to the next level. Thank you guys.